Hi guys, how you going? I thought that today we would start with a few sun salutes to warm up and stretch out our hips and all that sort of stuff, and then roll into some other stuff. We're just gonna roll into the workout. So let's start at the top of the mat today. I'm gonna walk out through the heels, same deal, roll those shoulders, really try and open them up. And then reach the arms up, big stretch. And then exhale, forward fold.
Let your head relax here, nice and heavy.
And then inhale, just half lift, open the chest, zip up through the tummy.
Then planting the hands down, bending the knees and taking the right leg back. And then we're going to drop the back knee.
Reach the arms up, so we've got the weight through that front foot and getting that nice big stretch through the front of the hip flexor. And then hands come down.
Sit back in child's pose, knees as wide as you need them, and just rock a little side to side. Good. Come up through all fours, tuck the toes, and then walk out through the heels. Sticking your bum right up towards the roof. And then here we're going to take the right leg up and then down, just stretching it out a little. Oh, I just realised my hands are so slippery. Up and down, up and down. We'll go 3 more, really recruiting your glutes. 2, 1, and then here we're going to bring that foot in. So of course you can drop the back knee and kind of shovel it up. Shove it up. All right, carry on. So left knee's back, right foot is taking the weight. Reach the arms up. Deep breath. Notice how this side feels compared to the other side. And then plant the hands, tuck that back toe and step forward. Head heavy here. And then rolling up, taking the arms with you if that's okay for your dizziness, and then shoulder roll. So we're going to do that again, other side. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Feel that hamstring stretch, and then inhale, open the chest, feel it a little bit more. It might be a bit too far forward there. Then plant the hands down. We're going to take the left leg back this time. Drop the back knee.
Reach the arms up. Nice deep breath.
Good, hands come down into child's pose, toes together, knees apart, rocking side to side. Deep breath right into the back of the rib cage. Good, and then look towards the hands, come up into down dog. And then again, I'm really slippery in that position. Leg comes up and down. I'm going with left leg this time. Good, nice and strong. Really feel your glute working. Let's go last 3. Exhale 2. And slippery hands. 1. I think I've got like hair product on it. Then stepping the foot forward. Take the arms back up. Inhale. And then step the back foot forward, hang in that forward fold, and then we'll slowly roll up,
arms come up, and then interlace the fingers behind the lower back and pull them away. Open up the chest through the front of the shoulders. Good, and release. Good, shake out those wrists. And then here, sorry, I was going into something else. Here, we're going to take the left foot back and the right foot forward. So the right foot's facing the front of the mat, the left toes are facing the long edge of the mat.
So we're going to lunge into the front knee, reach those arms out wide, shoulders down, and here we're going to straighten and pulse into that knee, well, into the heel, but bending the knee. So you want the knee tracking in line with roughly the second toe. Good. Let's go 6, 5, core nice and strong, chest open, deep breaths. 3, 2, 1, hold it here. I'm going to take elbow or forearm to the knee and then reach that arm up. So if you imagine pointing towards the top corner of the room, your foot reaching down towards the bottom corner of the other side of the room. Good, nice long line. Then here, spiral that arm up and then reverse. So keeping that front knee bent, nice and strong. Good, coming up through center, straighten this leg, and then here we're going to hinge at the hip crease, reach, 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 and then drop it down. So you're resting on your shin or your ankle, or if you can get down that low, your fingertips on the ground, whatever feels best for you. Imagine holding up the wall in front of you, up with your whole body. All right, then here, press into the front heel, bend the knee a little to help you up. Then we're going to pivot the feet around and do it on the other side. So lunge, lunge. Nice deep breaths, open chest, strong, long legs. Good. We'll go 6, 5, 4, keep breathing, broaden those collarbones, let the shoulders relax. 2, 1, then we'll come all the way down. Do we hold there for a sec? Elbow to knee, sweep that arm across, take the gaze either up or down or wherever feels best for you. Nice long line, and imagine stretching that arm out and pushing out through the outer edge of your back foot. Nice deep breath. Use that exhale to power you back up and reverse, staying in that front lunge. I know it feels hard. You can always straighten out for a little bit of relief and then go back into it. Nice big stretch. You don't want to be putting too much pressure into this hand. You want to feel strong through the core. Or pretending to feel strong. Now, coming back up, straighten this front knee and then hinge, 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 tip and reach. So again, really strong through the outer edge of that back foot, really strong through the heel. I always think you've got like frog feet with little suckers on them. Good, nice deep breath. And on that exhale, use that power of your core and pelvic floor to get you back up. So here, I want us to turn both toes out. If narrow squats feel better for you here, you can totally do them as well. And tap the tailbone right under, zipping up through your core, lifting pelvic floor, and then here we're going to come down into a plie squat and then reach those arms up. So down and up, down and up. Good. Find where it feels best for your knees and everything. Deep breaths. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice and strong. Then here, both toes facing forward, heels out, tailbone in neutral. And then here, either hands out overhead or on your hips, we're tipping forward. Then arms can come down
if you can take fingertips to the ground. You might want to take your legs out wider. Then if it feels okay, you can let your head hang down. Fingertips line up with your toes, elbows come in so they're in line with your shoulders and wrists. And just have a breath or two here. Try not to tense up through your shoulders, try and just relax. And feel that massive stretch through the hamstrings. Good, you can bend the knees a little here. That feels good. And then slowly roll back up to standing. Feels intense, right? Okay, so heel toeing the feet in to a narrow stance, and then we're going to come to laying down on the mat. All right, so here, resting all the way down. Zipping up through the tummy, pelvic floor lifts, resting the shoulders. We're going to lift one knee up to tabletop and then extend and lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you want to, we bring the arms with you or with us. Bring it in and out. So exhale, inhale. Really connecting to your lower, deeper abdominals. I promise you, if you are firing well through your core, you will feel this, even though it's gentle. And if you want a little bit more, lift the heel of the supporting leg up off the ground. So you're hardly touching the mat. And you've got to recruit a little bit more through the core. But again, taking it really gently here. If you don't feel an exercise in its gentlest form, it actually doesn't mean that you're as strong as, like it's too weak for you. It means that that activation isn't firing. So there's an inclination or there's a sort of temptation, let's change sides. Arms together and then exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Good, so I kind of like to have the inhale halfway and then the exhale halfway out and halfway in, if that makes sense. So inhale, exhale to bring it back in. You play around with the breathing, so it probably confused you now. So if you want to, you can lift the heel or the toe of the supporting leg. But yes, going back to what I was saying, is that there's this temptation to go to the most advanced core work because you feel like that's doing more. But if your core isn't activating properly, it's not doing anything. So it's one of those really annoying, frustrating, boring parts of Pilates, I always think, is that slow and steady really does win the race. I know after Milo, I was like, no, that's fine. I'll just do like more advanced core. And it really taught me what I used to always say to people, that it actually ends up being worse. There's too much intra-abdominal pressure, there's too much pressure down into your pelvic floor, and then you just start recruiting other muscles instead of your deep core. So anyway, rant over, just do chilled core stuff until you've really, really built up some super strength. I'll see you in a year for that. I'll do some videos on super advanced core in about a year, maybe longer. All right, now let's just go last two. Are you bored of these yet? Hopefully you're feeling your core. I felt it more on the other side. Last one. All right, hug those knees in, roll over the lower back. Okay, now here, what I want us to do is have the feet resting on the mat, and then we're going to open them out to the outer edge of our feet Lift the pelvic floor and squeeze our abdominals to bring them back together, right? So down and up. And up. So here, really good example of where you can feel. Doesn't feel like anything, then lift the pelvic floor, use the core, and you really get a good, well, I get a really good activation here. Even just taking the knees out wide at the same pace. I don't know if that feels funny to you, but it takes some concentration to let them fall at the same pace and quite slowly, and then use your core to bring them back up. So it's not really effort, but there should feel some activation. Certainly not hard, but it might be hard to get to that brain to muscle connection. All right, one more here. Beautiful. All right, hug those knees in again, rock a little side to side. And then we are going to either roll to one side or roll up through sitting. Flip over and come onto our knees into a half plank position, right? What I want us to do here is come down onto one forearm and tip on our knees. So lifting up and out of the hips. Actually, I'm going to edit that bit out. All right, so hug those knees in. I want us to come in up to sitting and into a side lying position. So here we're going to roll up, or you can roll to one side and come up. Come into a side plank. You can be down on your forearm or up on your hand. We're only going to do a few to start practicing getting a bit stronger in side plank. So we're lifting up. Again, you can be down on your forearm. I feel like that should be, I might go up my forearm actually. On your forearm, arm comes overhead, leg extends out long, and then here we're going to bring them towards one another. So we're going to go down towards the ground, up, down, up. Beautiful. Let's go 5 more. Inhale, exhale. Oh, you feel the quiver. Doesn't matter if your hand and leg are not touching. And last one, I'm sure, if not too many. All right, come up and then down with control. Whew. And then rest your head in your hands. Knees come up. Here we want the hips stacked, and we're going to hover this top knee up and down, right? So just up and down. Usually we do this with the feet back a little bit, or we do clams, whereas I just want you to lift the shin, the knee, the ankle, all at once. The core is engaged, the lower abdominals feel switched on. I always try and imagine doing it in a crop top or a bikini, and you core's like, okay, come on, I'm strong. Or if a kid was going to come and jump on you, or someone was going to come and tickle you, and you had to keep your posture and keep going with the exercise, I find they're really good ways of getting our core to switch on effectively. All right, let's go 3, 2, 1, and then lower all the way down. We're going to stretch that top leg out and wrap the bottom leg around. And then if you can kind of open up towards the roof a little. All right, then just shovel over to the other side, and we'll do the same thing on this side. So down on your forearm or up on your hand. I'm not feeling as strong as being up on my hand today. So lift the hips, extend the arm, extend the leg, and then we're going to lift and lower. This is already so much harder on this side. 2, 3. Good job.
Use the breath. 3 to go. You can do it. 2, I can't get the leg uppers up. And last one. All right. Arm comes up, lower down. Feel the panic in my voice. I'm trying to hold it together. All right. That's why we're doing it together, right? To challenge and push each other. So hips stacked, bottom waist lifted. Here we just lift and lower. Lift and lower. I always find you want to try and find the heaviest point where you really feel like this feels like some work. So I find tilting my hips, this top hip slightly forward rather than it being back. Good, nice and strong. You can do it. That bottom hip might be hurting, or bottom glute that's supporting you might be hurting. I get it, mine is too. But we can do this. We'll have a stretch after. Good. Let's go 6. 5. Bring that knee right over and shin right over the other leg. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, soften that top leg, wrap the bottom leg around it, and just tilt back slightly if that feels good for you. All right, then here, shovel around. Shovel, what is shovel around? Anyway, turn around and come onto your back, get into a position that feels good, and then let's stretch out into that 4 stretch. You might need a belt or something to extend your arms. I do. Oh, that has really got in there, those exercises. I don't know about you. Maybe after previous workout as well. All right. Rock, rock, rock. And if you are feeling this really, it feels quite strong today, like mine does, I really, really encourage you, set a reminder on your phone, because we will not remember, but I'm going to do it after this, to stretch later tonight as well, to really try and, other side, to really try and not have to make more for our brain to remember, so just hack it, you know? Go and set a reminder of a stretch you need to do, or to drink more water today, or a reminder for your phone later today to be like, yeah girl, you did the workout, congratulations, you know? Take some of the mental load away and let your phone take it, you know? All right, now extend both legs out long, reach those arms up and over the head. Have a nice deep breath, stretch everything out, or squeeze. Let's actually do that one where we have a deep breath. Hold it and squeeze everything. Squeeze your face, squeeze your tummy, your bum, your pelvic floor, your legs, your feet, everything. And then relax. Do it one more time. Deep breath, squeeze everything. And then exhale. Let it all relax. Have 3 long, deep breaths. And have more if you can. And then eventually bring your knees in towards your chest. Either roll up to sitting or roll to one side and come up. And then my hair's fallen out over it. Hang in this forward fold. Soften the knees and rolling up, taking your time. And then here we'll have 3 deep breaths. So reaching up And exhale. Last one. And relax. Good job. Well done. Pat on the back to you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.